Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Saturday, the 17th of December, 2022. Let's talk. It was day 2 of the Streetfighter 6 closed beta, Wave 2. It was a good variety day where we balanced with God of War Ragnarok, which actually was a really good stream for various reasons that we'll discuss in a second here. The Level 1 podcast went really well because I basically described not only my updated thoughts on Street Fighter 6, but also on High on Life, which had, in my opinion, gotten much better when I had played it the night before. So the Level 1 podcast today was a pretty interesting cumulative style update show on everything going on. What I really did is I took the time to go through every playthrough I'm doing and kind of update the status of each one. You know, what we kind of figured out is pretty much, we're on pace to finish likely 3 different games by the end of this month. God of War Ragnarok, as well as High on Life, as well as Pokemon Scarlet, which is great, because once they're done, we could do my year-end series, which is my most disappointing games of the year and my Game of the Year awards countdowns, okay? So that was a great show, some Q&A. We actually went into the stream with a ton of support. 2 different people had done legitimately large tips overnight to help support the day streams because they couldn't be there on the streams, but they're watching on demand. I really appreciate that. For any of you who are watching my content on demand this season, you can't be there for the live streams. That's awesome that some of you are still contributing, when the stream's not live, and I'm counting it towards the streams. We started today, no exaggeration, with $100 raised on the first stream because people have been so generous overnight. So thank you very much to everyone who's doing that. So the first stream of gameplay, that is, was Street Fighter 6, my second beta session. Today, I decided I would play with Guile. I got better with Guile. Admittedly, my first beta run in October, I did not do so well with Guile. I know I was actually just learning the ropes with him, not really understanding the properties of his moves. Excuse me, I got something in there. It's bothering me. I was learning the properties of his moves, but I wasn't using them very well because I didn't really even understand the moves that well. When I had played Jay Snyder last night, Vizan, in our final match of me using Ryu, and I saw some of the stuff that he was doing with the full screen sonic boom that then creates almost this like moving projectile wall that defends you, I was kind of inspired, and I was like, ooh, I want to try that today. So I used Guile today. Did I learn combos? Yes, I did. Did I learn spacing and some interesting setups? Absolutely, I did. But, I'll be honest with all of you, I don't think Guile is that good in this game, at least as of now. From what I'm seeing, and this is my observations, and I'll talk more about this tomorrow on the Level 1 podcast, it seems that Guile, from mid-range, gets outplayed by a lot of characters. The jumping in this game is quite fast, with a very little startup, which means it's harder for Guile to throw a sonic boom and not get jumped on. Also, the sonic booms aren't as fast unless you're using the meter burn version, the drive impact, whatever you call it, the drive version. They're slower, and so it's harder to kind of lock down with sonic booms in this game. His normals at mid-range aren't that great. What I'm noticing is certain characters, for example, Luke can literally, I think it's medium punch, I can't tell because I haven't used Luke yet, but he's either using standing medium or a low kick. Both of those moves are stuffing pretty much everything I attempt to do normals with Guile from mid-range. Like, anytime I try to do an attack, he just throws it out. It stuffs me, he gets a free combo. Same thing with Juri. Juri seems like she has a standing medium kick. It's a 2-hit standing kick. That, she's standing like this, that's her leg down, her kick goes out like this, like almost like a, like her kick goes, like 2 hits, It seems to stuff everything that Guile has from mid-range. That's terrible. It means that they each have moves. They can just walk up and keep pressing it. And unless you're going to risk, a meter move, like a meter burn flash kick, that's a Hail Mary, that leaves you wide open if it misses, you really don't have a safe tactic to really counter that. With Ryu, you do. Like, Ryu's normals stand a chance to kind of trade. Keep in mind that Ryu has better reversals as well than Guile. He has more tools. Guile just seems very limited, especially being a charge character limits him more. So, when I got into using Guile, I was having fun, I was getting wins, but definitely when it got down to, like, when I was playing Platinum ranked characters, I was having a very hard time. They were just simply doing very safe, easy things that seemed to stop pretty much all his tactics. So, a little disappointing. Seems to me like Guile is not that good, alright? Still enjoyed my time, still learned a lot, and, great stream. Then tonight's late stream was God of War Ragnarok, and we had started off right in the midst of a major story mission, which we had to finish up. It took a while, probably about an hour, hour and a half. We had some cool bosses and things that we fought tonight as a result of the story continuing. And then we got, by the end of the stream, like the last half hour, I stumbled upon a brand new open world optional content segment, which is the segment that everyone had been telling me about. They were like, oh, you're going to go to this area. It's going to be this big open world environment that you'd never seen before. There's tons of stuff to do in it. And I started doing it. Wow, this is neat. This is fun. Fought already 2 optional bosses and stuff like that. Was having a good time with it. And then I ran out of time. Seems like that area is probably the last major side content in the game. And then after that, you know, people are saying go back to the story, you can beat it. Of course, there's other things to do, like Muspelheim, which I haven't even stepped into yet, and the other Berserker fights and things like that. We'll see how it goes. But next time around when I play God of War Ragnarok, we're definitely going to continue with that new open world side content area, okay? Overall today, everything was great. Attendance, engagement, support, sweet. Another great streaming day. Had tons of fun. Everyone seemed to have a good time. So what's going on tomorrow, the 18th? Well, tomorrow, first of all, it's the 3rd and final day of the Streetfighter 6 second closed beta. Now, all day today I was saying, I think tomorrow I'll either use Ken for the first time or I'll go back to Chun-Li, but I have to learn her because I don't really remember. And someone said something interesting to me tonight on a late stream. As I was talking about this, they said, Phil, tomorrow's the last day of the beta, right? Why put pressure on yourself to hurry and try to cram in learning a whole new character? While instead, why not just play with Ryu and Guile? Split the stream and do Ryu and Guile gameplay. Maybe alternate between the two or just do half and half. And just have fun with what you learn this weekend. Have one last hurrah session rather than it being all about having to rush to learn a new character and likely not have fun because you're basically getting dominated by people who know what they're doing. They've been playing with one character the whole time. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, it makes a lot of sense. I feel a lot more comfortable tomorrow starting off with Ryu, playing some more with him, having some wins, switch over to Ga, rather than, oh, Ken, I have no clue how to play with Ken at all. I don't know what combos, I don't even know what his moves are. And there's no training mode right now. So, I think that makes a lot more sense. I think tomorrow's final stream, the last hurrah for the second Street Fighter 6 beta, Ryu and Guile split. Maybe I'll do more than one than the other. You know, I think Ryu is a better character than Guile right now. We'll see. But I think that's what we're going to do to end it. Okay? And then tomorrow night on the late stream, it is Pokemon Scarlet. Only a 2-hour stream, and yes, it's a late night session, which I know the Pokemon fans don't want, but every game is getting a night stream this week because of Street Fighter 6. We're going to head northward. We already are at one major gym. We just won the gym battle. We got another one that's nearby. Or we can actually try to do other stuff, like head towards the lake, and there's a Titan fight. I think we'll probably try to get to the other gym first. Do that first, and then head over to maybe the lake, and then the other final 2 Team Star bases that are left. I'll see if anyone wants to name Pokemon. Like I said, I think what we also want to do, one of these streams we want to head out, because I owe people 2 different Pokemon. Someone wants me to catch this Fire Warrior Pokemon, which I don't know where it is. I've been looking for it the whole playthrough. I haven't found it yet. They want me to name it, but I have to find it first. And someone wants me to catch a different Corellia and name it differently as well, but we found the one Corellia early on in the playthrough, and haven't seen another one since. So it might be a matter of looking it up or someone telling me on the stream and us just actively going to those areas to catch those Pokemon. But either way, it should be a chill stream tomorrow night, okay? So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Final Street Fighter 6, as well as Pokemon Scarlet, and then Monday things go back to normal. It'll be High on Life paired with a late night stream of Warzone returning. And then Tuesday, it's going to be a combination of God of War Ragnarok as well as Pokemon, but you guys will determine the order. I will have a poll that'll be overnight live on the channel, and you guys will vote on that, and whatever wins the poll will be the first stream, and whatever loses will be the second stream that day. Okay? I'm excited for the conclusion of Street Fighter tomorrow, especially now I'm thinking, oh, I don't have to learn a whole new character in one sitting. That'd be good to just relax a little bit more, go for a little bit more fun gameplay like I did the last couple of days, and try to get wins, and, you know, like, nice final session, alright? Guys, thank you. Another great streaming day. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Please have a good evening, and I hope to see you in the morning for more streaming goodness. Peace out, and see you then.